Okay, so there's been a few developments since last Friday. Here we go. Made contracts. They're very interesting. Um, Action markers. They made little bonus tiles. Let me put that there. Let me get a bonus tile for the bag. Basically made 4 different flavors of bonus tiles. And then so they're random. Like this one has 2 bonus tiles there. That's the bonus tile symbol there. And we've got 2 bonus tiles here. I've got, our meeple tokens to show player order, and then we've got baby meeple tokens that are smaller. You see, that show children. I've got check marks for doing tasks. So we're gonna look at tasks, or not tasks, contracts, and see if we've got 30 minutes worth of content. I've got a lot more than 30 minutes worth of content, but let's try to squeeze it. So what's going to happen is, in this game, here's all the contracts that are available. On this import export, it doesn't need to have that token there. So we'll just remember that this token is the cost, and that cost is related to glass. And here's the glass section. The glass is gray. Basically, there's 3 types of flavors of glass. There's light pink, a medium pink, and a darker pink. So those are the flavors of glass, or styles of glass. What I want to do is work on this a little bit. What I would like to do is maybe that, and then we'd have some more sections here. So let's build that real quick, because that's what I was thinking about today while I was at work. Obviously, it's going to need a lot of work, but for right now, work in progress. Let me find. There we go. Do that. Let's make this Moe bigger. So what we're going to do is move that away. Move that over here. Oops. Move all of that mess over there. We're going to move a copy of that stuff over here. We'll take that key off of there. We'll add these 3 here. We'll unhide that. Make this more bigger. Put this stuff in that corner like we were doing. I don't remember why we have that there. I guess that's to show that sad faces go that way. Alright, so we'll do that. Obviously, this is not perfect. Obviously, it's going to change. I always say stuff like that. I mean, on one hand, I want to give you the impression that I know what I'm doing, but on the other hand, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just building stuff and playing with it. And initial ideas will give way to real ideas, or maybe I'll make these ideas better. Oops, we don't want to do that. We'll do this. We want to give it a unique name. Do that. Cool. So let's replace this one. Update. Yes. Okay. So we're going to start it off where we'll have the choice of 3 cubes, and then a sad face, and then 2 more sad faces. So something like that. Let's make sure there's nothing under there. Okay, cool. Hey, baby. Sarah. Let's see, then we're gonna go here. And we'll mirror what it looks like. Sad faces everywhere. Type something here. Try to be cute. So many sad faces. Welcome to my life. That's what I do, is I make a bunch of sad faces. I make happy faces sad. That's my job. And then we wanted 3 down there. Cool. And why is that acting weird? Let's see. Got a dog that's acting crazy down there. Alright, so if that is our player boards, this is going to be the blue player. This is, which traditionally I guess is going to be Sarah. And I'm the yellow player. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so one of the things we want to do is make it where we can buy an action as an initial play, or we can buy a tile, which I haven't made the tiles yet, or we can remove 2 sad faces or gain 2 cubes, or maybe we'll gain 1 cube. I don't know. It's kind of opening moves I want to look at. Okay, so this is for this thing to move up and down to actually use it as an action, this will have to be removed. When we add sad faces, we can add them to any place that doesn't have a sad face, but where sad faces can go. So these places. When we get cubes, also, we can add them to any place that's open that looks like a hexagon on our board. But remember that if we add it to a place where above, there's a thing above or below, it'll be stuck. So let me lock that down there. Lock that line. That down there, and let's say these are the contracts. Okay, so this is tough because I think it would be hard for people to know what the hell to do. So I'm going to go as a first player, and I'm yellow. I'm first player here, trying to figure out how to play this game. I've got 3 actions, 2 of which can be green or purple. This action is a universal action. Let me pull it up. It's got 4 different colors on it. Oh, let me turn it to the other side. My bad. So let's show it. There it is right there. See, it has 4 different colors. That shows it can be played in the 4 different areas. Any action can be played in the gray areas. This one's purple and green, so it can only be played in the purple and green section. When you do an action, flip this over. These tell you where you're acting. So you're acting here, 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 or in the 2 gray areas. I guess the contract area is going to be gray, and there's several other things, but mainly the colored areas, these areas that are specific to types of actions, the actions universally can act everywhere else, but in these certain areas, they only can be of that color. So besides the areas, you have little regions within that area, or little areas within the areas. I don't know what we're going to call them. So we'll look at this thing. If you can see, there's like little cubes by the beginning of each of these little gray things. Those cubes say that what it takes to activate that little portion of that green area. If you call this the green realm, you're in a area within that realm, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure out what we're going to name it at some point. I don't care about names. Screw names. So let me show you a contract. Here's a contract. It costs a cube of any color. That's that gray corner It shows a list of things that it wants. The check marks are the colors of stuff that it wants, and on the other side are the bonuses that it gives for you doing that. So let's say if my goal is to get this sad face removed, let's say that's what I want to do. Okay, so I'm going to look at this one is going to cost 2 cubes because the contract costs 2 cubes at the top. Every check mark that you put on it will give you a bonus if it's near, like next to a bonus. So this one would be a way for, it would be an exchange of 2 cubes to remove 1 sad face. If I did this one, I would get this one here. If I do a red agave, it'll give me a removal of a sad face. It costs nothing to do it. And if I could figure out how to put it in the autoclave, I would get that other bonus. So let's do that if I wanted to remove 1 sad face. That would cost me 1 of these tokens and 1 of these cubes to remove 1 sad face. And that would give me if I remove this sad face, it would give me the ability to use blue. In order to make this happen, I need to make red. Red over here. The problem is it's in this green section, and I don't have a green cube. We would have chosen the colors of cubes. It would have all been different. Basically, we're going to choose one cube that we wouldn't have, and that for some reason yellow decided not to pick any green, and that's where they fucked up. So, is there any other way to do it? To make 2 happy faces. So this was one way. Is there another? This one costs 2 cubes to do it. Of the contracts that are out there, these are the 2 ways. Unfortunately, for these to move to the green section, it's going to take a lot of actions to do it. My best bet might be to start this contract. This one right here. To make tequila silver. So let's just do it. Because that's what we want to do. We want to make tequila silver. This is also going to dictate the way the rest of the game are. These contracts, the silver, Resposado, we're going to change the color of them eventually. But these 3 are what the game starts with. The Resposado tequila and the Añejo are going to be made the exact same way the silver is, except the aging process has to be different. And that's why if you look at the second to the bottom line of stuff, you'll see that this one has a check on the white, which is the silver part. This one has a check on the very back part. That's not right. Now, so I need to redo that card. It should be in the middle there. Instead of being in the Añejo part, it should be in the middle, which is the Resposado part. So let me fix that card real quick, since I know it needs to be fixed. 1 second. Resposado. Not there. Imports, contracts, and here. Nope. Not there. Maybe it's here. Resposado. Okay, so we need to move this to there. Now we have our Resposado, which otherwise means rested tequila. Oops. Something didn't go right. There we go. Now we have the shading. Go here. Not a GIF. We need to save it as a JPEG. JPEG. Saved. Alright, so we'll change this Resposado. We'll fix it real quick. Resposado. Let's go ahead and save this state of the game. Save. Alright, here we go. Okay, so these two cannot be made until this one is made. The part that sucks about this is that I'm going to have to use several actions. It's going to cost me 2 cubes to do it, plus a cube over here. Well, if I'm going to use 3 freaking cubes to do it, I could use 2 instead. Not do this thing. Let's go ahead and do this one then. Okay, so to start this thing, let's say ongoing contracts, we'll just place them down here in this area. Okay, so we're going to start this contract. To start that contract, we need to start it off by either paying in this corner, which we don't have a payment. Now we need a tequila agave. Okay, so to do this, it wants a high sugar content, in other words, red. When I look over here, to make red, the easiest would be this. Problem though, it needs a green to start it. I don't have a green cube. I'm the yellow player. I'm going first. I don't have a green cube. But remember, I can turn one of these in. So I'm going to use this. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to use one of these, flip it over. I'm activating the green area. So I'm going to be playing in the green area. Now, instead of using a cube, I'm going to turn this over. And I'm going to use that as a gray cube, because that's what this line right here says I can do. I can always use an action token as an area cube. So I'll use the action token to harvest in the green sections. This means I can activate, this is green and this is green, both of them I have access to. I'm only doing one action right now. I could do a second green action by flipping this one over, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest this. Okay, so this is the first contract. I've got an agave that is high sugar content, which means it's got a high brick count. Okay, this from there goes to here. It just goes there. I need to put a number on, or green 1 or something. It goes to there. And then I get the little A. That's our agave. I go here to show that this contract is that. They're both the same thing. Also, I need to put a check mark on the check mark. Now, let's say if I didn't make it the right sugar content. Let's say if I fudged it up and I did the wrong one like that. Then I would get a sad face. The minimum amount of when this contract completes, I would get sad faces. The minimum amount of sad faces you can get is 2. So in other words, you can't get 1, and the amount of sad faces you get is equal to the amount of negative things that you put on that contract. So in this case, I would have fudged up, but I didn't. I did red high sugar content. So that check mark and this check mark lines up. I get this bonus, which is remove a sad face. I'm going to remove a sad face. Boom. Sad face removed. Okay. Kind of what I wanted to do. Now blue goes. Unfortunately, there's no tiles to buy, because if there was tiles to buy, then I would collect money and try to buy them. I can get $1 by replanting this one. I'll show how that works in a minute. But right now, this little dude says in between players' turns. So my player turn ended. This one goes here. This little one, this little icon here. Okay, so this icon, player turns. This icon, round. A end of my player turn, this moved, and there would be other ones that moved, but they don't get to move. Okay. So, opponent. There you go. What do they want to do? If they replant this thing, they could get $1, which allow them to buy a tile later. If they had the cubes to make this go to the autoclave, they could get a cube. The unfortunate thing about, well, the good thing about that on one end is they would get to they would get that and that cube. That seems totally worth it. So they're going to finish this contract. Let's see if they can. So they need one of these for the purple area. So they'll activate the purple area. They need to go for one action. They'll need 2 actions. There's 2 actions, which would be this action and that action. Wait, okay, so this action is there. This action is there. They need a purple cube, which they don't have, unfortunately. And then they'll need a blue cube, which they do have, except that it's by this unhappy face. And then they'll need a green one. Oh, this contract needs... I made this contract wrong. It needs a water content on there. I got to remember to do that. Well, that contract's not going to get finished anyway. So, what else can they do? They could... These exports I got to redo. Let's see, this import export. If they started this, that would put one here. But they do have a green. They don't have... It would take 3 actions, which they have. But the blue one is stuck under the sad face. Problem. They could plant that for $1. Let's look at the contracts. That contract would at least be 2 sad faces. I mean, it would remove 1 sad face and allow them the next go around. They could just prepare tequila. So let's say they activated the green area, and they did 1 action to harvest, and then 1 action to plant, and that would remove a sad face. That would take 2 of these to do that, and that would have access to the red and the... And it would be nice to have that, to go ahead and have that and be able to do... If I could get that and remove a sad face, that would be great, but that would take a miracle. That might take all 3 actions to do that. No. This one. But that would take an autoclave, so that would be difficult. That one also wants an autoclave. We could start this one. don't know. What's this contract? That's actually a good one. So we're going to try to start this contract. This one has all kinds of bonuses on it. It's going to cost 1. We need the green for that. So we'll use a red to buy it. That means that we're going to put a red here. And then we choose the glass. It makes sense to choose the glass that it needs. And it goes there. So we bought the contract. Now I can pay another one to get it, make it. Okay, so I forgot to put the, I've got to figure out how to put bonuses on here. Still hadn't figured that out yet. I'll figure that out later. In other words, you know, we'd put a bonus on here and then a bonus on here so that whenever you do the action, sliding this glass and getting it ready, you would get bonuses for it, but I still need to, I haven't got that far yet. So we got the glass ready. It's going to cost a red cube every time we want to move it. So I guess we could do that. We'll put one bonus here and one bonus there to have it move. If I had another red, I could move it and get that bonus. So what I could do here is I'll activate the green section and use a green cube. So we're green action, green cube to get in this green area once, which is to move it. And I have to use a second action to go ahead and harvest it. Flip this over, and that gives us a red, which will put this here, a B, get the matching B, put that here, and that gives us the red that we wanted. That gives us one of these, this token here, which is one of these. Okay, so I can place this somewhere. Where do I want to place it? Somewhere good. We'll place this here in this green section. We're still here because we've activated green, and we use that, and we can still do another action. So we're going to go ahead. No, yeah, fuck it. We're going to go ahead and do another action with this one in the green section. So we use that as a green action, and go ahead and plant this one. Plant it, which gives minus the happy face. So this happy face is gone. So that's what their crap looks like. Alright, back to this player. This player has one action and 3 cubes they can use. Oh. When that player turn ended, that ends a round. This one, actually it's going back and forth. No, so that doesn't move. That stays right there. Now, they need a green, a blue. That's just not going to happen to make that go down there. This B one needs the same. Without having that, got one action here. and 3 cubes. We might as well. Is one of these possible? It is, so we might as well do it. Okay, so yeah, that'll give us 2 bonuses. So what we're going to do here is we're going to activate the green area. Is that right? Yeah, we'll activate the green area, which means we're here. We're going to do this contract. Wait, before we activate the green area, we're going to do that contract. That contract is going to cost us 2. So we're going to do purple and blue. We're going to choose the same glass style as this one did to make it easier on ourselves. Then we'll also put the bonuses here. All right, now we're going to activate the green area, which means we're here. We're going to we have one action in green. We're going to do it in the red section, and we're going to go ahead and harvest. We'll harvest, and that harvest is going to be C, which will place that there. Let's get the little c. Little c is here. We're harvested in yellow. So that means this one goes here, which is a removal of a happy face. We'll remove that happy face. And then this is being placed on this bonus. So I haven't removed these 2 bonuses, go back in the bag. That bonus is a cube, so obviously they want a purple cube. When they get a cube, they can put it on the top. It doesn't have so many, they can put it wherever they want to. He puts it on the, oh no, not the purple, we want green. Alrighty then. And then that would be the end of his turn. Then he goes here. They can't do anything without actions. He can't do anything without actions, so the round is over. Okay, so let's do round stuff. So round stuff here. This one gets planted. This one's going to go back to the bag. This one gets planted. That goes back to the bag. This one moves. This one moves. These are all back in the bag. Don't forget to shuffle. Okay, this one goes to 1. This one goes to 2. This one goes to 3. Now these are all interchangeable. They can move. Like this one can go jump into here, or jump here, or jump here. And this one can jump over here. But that takes, it's like, it's more expensive to do that. At least in my head right now they can. I don't know, maybe they can't. We'll find out as we start continuing the design. All right. That was into the round. That was all done. These are the things. No new contracts are put out. Players have to pull those out by, they cost an action to do so. This will go back up. These get flipped back over. Let's go back up. Let's get flipped back over. All right, first player. Oh, this gets a new bonus on it. And we're good. Cool. Okay, C To make C go all the way like that takes 2 actions, or 3 actions to do it, which would take all 3 actions there. They'd all have to be purple. And it would take one of these, one of those. I'll take all 3 of these to make this go autoclave, and C, which would be here. Okay. And that would be 3 freaking bonuses. No, that would only be 2 bonuses because it wouldn't have the water. Unfortunately. That sucks. If I could figure out... Oh, yeah, it would work. Okay. So let's do it. It would go... They're going to go ahead and get this one ready. This A would take 1 action to get it. It would go here and an action for in blue and then in green. I need to fix these. Son of a bitch. To go further, I need to fix these exports. Let's just pretend that I'm not going to fix it for now. This one takes a purple action, or to go to here, this would be B. It needs to go down here for an action, so it would take that, and that. And it would be for... This is actually better than this. This one is. So let's do that. Okay, this B one has to go here. So it's going to take a blue and a purple action. And that brings it to here. Then we need a purple and a purple action. We'll bring it to here. We need a green action, a green thing to move it, and then that'll move it here. Okay, so I see a problem with the game there, is that if we associate that with that, this associates that with that, and this associates that with that. That means this bonus is still here because there's no water. This goes here, but we do get this. Okay, and that makes this thing happen. So it does 2 things. We have this, which is one of these, and then a new cube. The new cube, we're going to go ahead and make that red for... Yeah, we'll make it red for now. And then... this, we need to add the water, and it needs to be this kind of water, which is purple water. So we'll put this here with this purple. That bonus stays there. This goes into the bag. This is here. No actions left. That was that. It's already done. And I already got that bonus. So yeah, that's that. Their turn. If they had a purple, they could get this on the right water content. They don't have a purple. Can they make a purple? Good question. To make a purple, they need... Oh, this is showing a bonus now. Alright, so if we harvested this one, that could give us the purple that we need, and we'd put the purple here, but we need to get rid of a sad face. So, in order to do that, the question is, does any of these need a green? Oh, this is what we're looking at. But those aren't sad face ones. I'd have to do both of those. How to remove sad faces? So we need to do 2 things. We need to get a purple cube. That's not a problem. What was I doing a purple cube for? I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. I'm already confused. Why did I need a purple cube? Need a purple cube for that, so that I can go ahead and get this. So we'll use this for a purple action, and we'll use this for a purple cube. And that brings the right water content to this thing. Boom, that's a remove a sad face. So they'll remove a sad face. This player's turn. They have no actions left here, but what they can do is they can flip this and bring that up and not do anything. Okay, so they're not going to do anything. This player, I can activate the red section, and we need to put this into a copper still so we can go green, purple. Damn it. Why is this so fucking hard? Ugh. To do that, we need... I can put it into a silver still, but I cannot put it in the copper still. So to do this into the copper still... Oh, that was the remove a sad face, which we need to put that in the bag and shuffle. Yeah, we need... This is back in... Oh, no, this is that one. Okay, so we can't do that because we don't have the cubes. We've got one action. We could... Here we go. I got it. We'll do these three down to make an action. We'll choose the red, blue. No, we don't have to choose red, blue, but we're going to. We'll choose a red, blue one. And place. We've got a red, blue one, and it costs those three. Their turn, then back to my turn. Flip this to pull up the green. Okay, so this to activate the red section, which is the still. And then we're going to choose this one to make a purple cube because we can make a universal cube. And then we'll slide this down for the green, and we'll put this into the copper still, the copper pot. And that is going to give us another one here, which is going to give us one of these. And we'll use one of these, we'll put it in the freaking red. Sweet. That's the end of the round and the end of an era. Oh, whenever their turn ended, this slid forward, and then this slides forward. Screwed up. All right. It's already doing my brain in. It's not even a real game yet. All right. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Agave moves, boom, 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 boom. Two new bonuses here. At the end of that Joker's turn, it would have moved one. And that's what it looks like. Oh, at the end of the first round, I think these would be gone. And that's the end of the second round. This would be here, and these would be gone. So those are missed opportunities. Okay, those are up. These need to be up. All right, yellow goes. Okay, get these last things to make this happen so they don't get totally boned on all the stuffs. All right. The problem here is by finishing this one off, well, they don't want to do this because that they don't have the happy faces for it. The sad faces removed for it. They need to do something to remove sad faces. They could try to do this thing and then, man, that's hard. These are like that. This one is C. Where's C? Could do C. It would take one action and a green, and then we could choose whatever color we want, and they'd give us a cube again. But fuck, we need to remove a sad face. Okay, no easy way to do sad faces here. All the sad faces are gone. So they're going to pay one purple. Hopefully that's not a mistake. To draw from this deck. It's not too bad though. To make that work, they need... The import is going to be that, and it had to go to this center section, which they can make that happen. The problem is the bonuses are down arrows. They need happy face or sad face arrows. So they might just harvest. If they harvested red, is there anything that would take red? No. But if they harvested red, oh, this one needs a bonus. If they harvested, and this one needs a bonus. That would remove a sad face. They need to remove sad faces. If they finished A here, which would take a blue and a green and a water type, and that would remove shit tons of sad faces. So I think I'm at a standstill, sort of. I know probably none of this makes sense if you're watching it. What I'm going to do now is fix the export cards to have water. And I could do that on camera, I guess. I'm starting to see glimpses of what this game's going to be. It's going to be fucking hard. Lots of fucking planning and lots of screwage and screwing yourself up mostly. Does it work? Sort of. Is it balanced? Fuck no. Do you hate asking and answering your own questions? Fuck yes. Okay, those are the export cards. And the problem on the export cards is we don't have water. And they all need to have water. Do that. And that. kind of like what I've done, by the way, in the game. Let's go here. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to put water there so you know that it has to have water. But we're going to make it of non-important type. And then it exports. So that's going to allow the player to just to do any cube, but they've got to do another cube to make this contract go away. And of course this isn't perfect because I don't give a shit about being perfect. Not at this stage. If I was smart, I would freaking number all the cards because that's like one of my things. That's my bullshit answer to the question of what would you tell a new designer? What's the best advice you could give? My advice is number all your freaking cards. Number every asset. Just put a number on it. Unique number. And you'll be fucking happy for it in the end. Because let's say you're talking to somebody. You could just give them a number. Just say, hey, we need to fix asset number 10. Or card number 15 needs to be fixed. Or card number 15 has a problem. Or the artwork on card number 15 is wrong. It's so fucking easy. And you can do that from the very beginning when you first start making assets. But did I do that? Hell no. Should I have done it? Hell yeah. Do you like answering your own questions? Hell no. Right now I'm fixing it so that the white overlay that's semi-opaque also covers. It's not supposed to cover that though. That's where I'm having a problem. There we go. I think this game's going to be pretty cool, and I hope I have it ready for this weekend so that people can play it. I'd like Sarah to play it, and I'd like Lyndon to play it, or whoever. I'd like to have a working version that's not as confusing as it is. There's a couple of interesting things I need to fix. Let's go ahead and save that. And then let's go ahead and see if these save as JPEGs. They do. Sweet. So let's go ahead and we'll delete those. Delete that. Save that one. Save There was an interesting tweet today about heavy games being thinky deep heavy games are basically unpublishable. And I had to say, if you mean not going to make you $1 million, I would agree. But if you really mean non-publishable, I would disagree. I would say publish it yourself. And a really good game put in the battle for ideas will do well. And don't just like tell yourself that what you've built is good. Like first, know what you would consider would be good, not from the design that you made, but like just in general. Like, I want a thinky game that has high conflict with lots of strategy, very little tactics, whatever you want to judge yourself on making, and then strive to make that thing as best as you can. And if there's people who recognize it has those qualities you were trying to put in the game, then maybe you could say you did a good job. And let's say there's a very limited audience for that. It doesn't matter. Publish it, but you don't have to publish it through a mainstream place. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I don't care if... I do and I don't. I want my games published, and I want them to be liked, but I don't care if they're liked by the mainstream. I care that they're liked by people that I would call my peers, people who are into different games. Like, that's really important to them, is that something's really different. I want to stand out in that crowd. I want them, to say, if they see something I've made, and say, oh yeah, obviously Moe made that, it's different. Being unique is important to me. But I come from the era of we had this thing against posers. I've said this before. He would get bullied for not being different. I think nowadays it's a little... there was different and there was too different. You'd get bullied for one or the other, but authenticity was important, but they considered authenticity to also include originality. And I think now you can be authentic but not original. But that's just my take. I don't know that to be true. 4 went on 5. And I'm just rambling anyway. 6. 6. 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. And 9. So the other thing I wanted to look at, so let me get these contracts together. Those contracts, these are the partial contracts, or the contracts you would use to basically do the work for another company. Like you wouldn't do the tequila from the beginning to the end. You're just doing a partial portion of the tequila. Like we're just giving you the fruit and we're getting it ready for you. That would be those contracts. And the amount of contracts we use is the amount of players plus one. That was pretty cool because of all the sad faces that you get to take off. All right, those are all cool ones. There's that. I need to figure out this portion. I gotta make the tiles. So let me make the tiles for these. Because here's the thing. There's the game one, which is gray. We need to have a target one, and I'll put the targets on here. And then we'll put the targets and we'll put them in squares. Let's see how good I am at making targets. We'll make target tokens. Target. Target token. We'll do that. Bullseye is red, I believe. But just in the center. If I can grab it. Close enough. Close enough. One underneath it will be white. Then I'll go blue. Then I'll go black. $10, $20, and $40. Kind of like a target, kind of not. Alright, we'll call that our target token. I don't like that 40, so let's go 30. Cool. It's good enough. Those are all strokes, so let's go ahead and outline strokes. It's big. Save it. Save it as a target. Get one of these tokens, paste it. Okay, let's see, the thickness is fine. Let's see what it'll look like on here. I would like that thinner. What can we do? That's fine. Oops, not like that. Okay, these are the targets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 6 for that one, 6 for that one, and 6 for that one. Alright, targets. Let's go ahead and save this and then call it. Overwrite. so we'll go ahead and stop there. We're going to go ahead and end this. Make sure close that, turn this damn thing off, and tomorrow we'll see.